You know what? We're just gonna jump into it. Is there Garfield fan fiction? Will this work? Headless Garfield. Oh, Garfield being headless. The rated is, I don't know what K is. Am I allowed to read this? It's horror. I'm kind of scared, guys. Let's check it out. Headless Garfield. Headless Garfield by Frogtable Studios. I think the bio is Garfield being headless. The rated fiction K. It's an English horror. Garfield, John R. Buckle, Odie. There's 2 chapters apparently with 110 words. And 6 reviews. I think we'll read that after. This was published in April 2nd, 2019, and we'll see what it's about. How many chapters are there? There's 2, okay. So the first chapter goes like this. Odie was lying in his usual spot sleeping. Suddenly, Headless Garfield appeared, looking at Odie sleeping. How is he looking at Odie sleeping if he's headless? This isn't really working out right now. He tapped on Odie's shoulder and made him shriek. He then ran away. Who did? See, this is a critique on the fiction that's being written right now. He tapped on Odie's shoulder and made him shriek. He then ran away. There's 3 types of he's used right now. He, in the first sentence, we can say it's he tapped on Odie's shoulder, right? That would mean that would be Garfield. He tapped on Odie's shoulder and made him shriek. So the him would also be Odie, but it can also be Garfield, you know? It's a very difficult thing where you need to understand that literature is a very weird thing. And, Frogtable Studios, shout out. He then ran away. Who did? I'm looking too much into Headless Garfield. Headless Garfield stood there, thinking of what to do next. We don't have an we don't know how Garfield got headless. It's just Headless Garfield. Maybe I should stop thinking. Okay. He then spotted John. John got scared of Garfield being headless. I mean, I would too. He's supposed to have a head. His hair began to stick out. He made a frightened face and ran away from the Headless Garfield, who shrugged. Garfield is being himself. I think this is a genuine Garfield fanatic, because they knew that Garfield would just shrug at that situation. That was the end of the Headless Garfield. Hopefully not, because it says 2 chapters here. Oh, it is. Wait, if I press next, I don't know this website. Okay. But then Garfield's skeleton head. Oh my god. Okay. But then Garfield's skeleton heads began to pile on the Headless Garfield. Headless Garfield was stuck. It began to get squashed also. That was also the real end of the Headless Garfield. So let's break this down. Some people break down Edgar Allan Poe. Some people break down Shakespeare, Anne Hathaway. That's Shakespeare's wife. But then Garfield's skeleton's head. No, not even. Garfield's skeleton, right? That's just Garfield's skeleton. Heads began to pile on the Headless Garfield. Now, I might be silly, but this might be a crossover, and Garfield's skeleton has been entered into the Headless Garfield universe. Headless Garfield was stuck. Stuck on what? Stuck on what? What does this mean? What do you mean you're stuck? It began to get squashed also. So I believe the skeleton heads began to pile on the Headless Garfield, correct? We know that from the first sentence. Don't be fools. I guess the weight of it all just began to crush Garfield. That's incredible. That was actually the real end of the Headless Garfield. I am enthralled, and I don't think I'll ever read a piece of media that good ever again. I want to read the reviews. And there's 2 faves. People fave. Oh my god. How do you read the reviews? Do I click on reviews? Okay. Here are the reviews for Headless Garfield. That's actually pretty creepy. Kim Mason 98 wrote, "That's actually pretty creepy. Mental note made. Good job." I agree. Opiup wrote, "Best fic ever." Dean Pickle, "I enjoyed it." Shitter, "Very cool. Made me shit." I don't want to look at that person's profile, but we might have to. Barney said, "Wow, funny cat go meow. Aha, ha 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 ha." Okay, thank you. Mr. Kermit Boy, He's the only one that actually reacted to chapter 2. So Mr. Kermit Boy, I think, is a Garfield fanatic, and not just a Garfield fanatic, but a headless Garfield fanatic. They stated, "Hello, my name is Mr. Kermit. I'd like to review your magazine, the one about little girls and how hungry they can be when this..." What? This... What? What do you mean, Mr. Kermit Boy? What are you saying? Did Headless Garfield write about starving children? I don't... Yeah, okay. Thank you for watching.